Hi people, it's me Anja, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A because I realized the other day that I haven't really done a Q&A in a really long time. I mean 3 weeks ago or something I did my university Q&A, but I haven't done a Q&A like related to like not a specific subject to like everything. So anyway, I asked for questions from Instagram and Twitter, so here I am answering said questions. First question is, what's your favorite part of school? Which I think is very like timely for where I am because I'm back at school, so yay. So otherwise, anyway, I'm also looking at my questions here because I wrote them down, but anyway, I didn't even answer the question. My favorite part of school is definitely the academic part because I am that student. I love learning new things. I love like, what's the word? Basking in like new academic material. That sounds so nerdy, but like you guys already know that I read a ton, so that's no surprise. Anyway, I love school so much for the academic portion. I also love seeing my friends and everything, but I also love the academic portion of school. So yes. The next question is, which character matches you best and why? So I would say probably Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. But honestly, that happens to me so rarely that I only have a list of like 5 characters that I see myself in, and it's not even like a full, like 100%. It's just certain elements of myself, you know? So those 5 characters are Gemma Simmons and Daisy Johnson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Luna Lovegood and Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, and then Andy Mack. So I love those characters so much, and I see parts of myself in them. But the most parts of myself in any of those characters is probably Luna. I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyway, welcome to my channel if you're new. I don't make any sense. Well, I make sense. I just think that I don't make any sense. So, am I gaslighting myself? Maybe. Anyway, which superpower would you most like to have? Definitely 100% hydrokinesis. Just because I think that it would be so cool to control water. And also I would be pretty powerful too, which would be a bonus because like, you know, humans are 70% water. But anyway, I just think it would be cool. Not because of like the power element, I just, for the aesthetic, you know? Anyway, the next question is, which character would you have the most chemistry with and why? I don't really have an answer for this because when I think of like my favorite characters, I don't really think about like whether or not I would have romantic chemistry with them, because most of the time they're either gay, taken, or dead, or all 3. So I don't really think of them in a hypothetical situation where they're like attracted to women or alive or not taken, you know? Because like, for example, Taz and Inej from Six of Crows, I ship them more with each other than either of them with me, so I don't have an answer. The next question is, if you could read one series for the rest of your life, what would you read? Again, I don't have one because I would never read one singular series for the rest of my life because first of all, I think I would be missing out on all of these amazing books that I have yet to discover for the rest of my life. Like, who knows what books I'm yet to discover in the next like 2 years of my life, 5 years of my life, who knows. Second of all, I would just get bored of whatever series that would be. I feel like this question is basically just asking what's my favorite series, and I have so many. I love Harry Potter, I love Series of Unfortunate Events, I love the Great Library series, like that's so good. The Hunger Games, also a classic. But yeah, I just feel like I answered 2 questions at the same time. So anyway, next question is, are you a cat person or a dog person? So I think I'm more of a dog person than a cat person, but if I were to own either of them, I would just own neither of them just because I'm allergic to both cats and dogs, so it would not be practical for me to have a pet that I'm allergic to because obviously I wouldn't be able to take care of them while I'm like, I can't even manage my own health. Anyway, yes, I have my mask on my list, but anyway, I'm a dog person technically, but I'm allergic to both. So the next question is, if you could forget a book and read it again for the first time, what would it be? Harry Potter, 100%. Favorite season, autumn or spring? Favorite time of the day, the morning. That's a really nice, solid time of the day. What's your least favorite trope and what's your favorite trope? Least favorite, definitely insta-love and love triangles. I have never read a book with a very successful love triangle in it, and by a successful one, I mean like when you read a series with a love triangle, it's always pointed toward the first guy from the very, very beginning. So I don't even know why all these authors introduce the other guy and just have a love triangle when it's so obviously pointed toward the first one. You know, like in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy, it was so obvious from the very, very beginning that Laura Jean was going to choose Peter over the other dude. So I don't know why Jenny Han like introduced the other guy anyway. There were so many other ways to create conflict within a romantic relationship than like introducing some other person, you know? Anyway, next question is, what new book releases are you looking forward to in the upcoming year? I have literally so many, so I made a little collage of them right up here. I'm so excited, so excited for all of these. I will be making a full video on this in early 2021 with even more, I'm sure. But like most of these books are sequels, because unlike the rest of BookTube, I'm pretty good at keeping up with sequels. So I'm so excited for all of these books. Some of these titles may look familiar to you because possibly we're in the same fandoms. But anyway, I'm so excited for all of them. So yay. Anyway, the next question is, what are your favorite book series? I feel like you just said this earlier, but Harry Potter series of the Fortunate Events, the Great Library series, all of those, solid. Maybe I'll make a video on that if you are interested. Anyway, what are your favorite childhood TV shows? So when I was younger, I wouldn't watch a whole lot of TV because my parents encouraged us to read more, hence why I'm such a big avid reader now. So one that I made, a TV show that made the most impact on me as a child was definitely Wizards of Waverly Place. That's the one that I remember the most. And I wanted to be a wizard when I was younger because of Alex Russo, before I was introduced to Harry Potter or anything. So, Wizards. The next question is, what are your current favorite TV shows? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 100%. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Andy Mack are my absolute favorite TV shows. I love them so much. If I had to choose between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Andy Mack, I think I would choose S.H.I.E.L.D. just because Andy Mack for me is more about the fandom and the friends that I found through the fandom than the show. So based on the show itself, I would say S.H.I.E.L.D. over Andy Mack. But anyway, I love them both. Next question is, ebook or physical? I don't have a preference. Dog-ear or bookmark because I've never dog-eared my books. And honestly, I don't think I'm allowed to because most of the books that I obtain are through the library, and isn't it illegal to do that? It's definitely illegal to mark them up, so I can't like annotate them or anything. But I mean, I don't think that it's illegal to dog-ear a library book, but I feel like you shouldn't do that because that book doesn't belong to you. You know, it belongs to the library, it belongs to the city, it's not yours. Anyway, next question is secondhand or new. Also don't have a preference. The next question is favorite genre. My favorite genre is definitely 100% fantasy. My top 3 genres are fantasy, contemporary, and historical fiction. So, fun fact about me. Next question is, where would you go if you could go anywhere? So like real places, Greece and Italy, fictional places, which, fun fact, leads into the next question, which is, what's your favorite fictional world? I think I would just love to travel to Hogwarts. Like, not even like, obviously I would love to attend Hogwarts as like a student, but also I would just love to explore the halls of Hogwarts, eavesdrop on a faculty meeting, learn like Professor Lupin's like, what's it called, template criteria for like showing up late. How many absence can you have at Hogwarts before you're dropped from a class? Can you even be dropped from a class? Like, those are the things that I'm interested in. And the author of Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, never touched on this. Why didn't he ever touch on this stuff? This is the stuff that I'm interested in. I'm just so interested in that. And I would just talk to all the portraits because I'm sure they're sick of like talking to each other, and like the portraits in Dumbledore's office would be so cool. I'm sure they have so much tea over the years of thousands of years. I forget how old Hogwarts is in the Wizarding World, but like I bet they have so much tea, and it would just be so cool to hear like all the students who are so bad, not bad like academically, but have to see Dumbledore so many times over the years. Like, I would just hear all the tea, and that's the stuff that I'm interested in. And I'd just be so interested in like how a school schedule is like formed at Hogwarts, like the different common rooms. Oh my goodness, the different common rooms would be so cool. I'm a Ravenclaw, so I would be in the most aesthetic common room ever. The Ravenclaw common room, which is so cool. I love it. It's just so cool. And oh my goodness, I have fantasized over this so many times, as you can clearly tell. But I just think it would be so cool to explore the halls of Hogwarts. There are 7 floors. It's just so fascinating to me. Also, I would love to visit the night circus. That would be so cool too. So anyway, next question is, what's your favorite 2020 book? So I think I have about 12 or 11, maybe 13 5-star books that I've read this year so far, which is so exciting. So I'll put a collage up here of the first 6 on that list, because I don't want to talk about like all 12 of them here, and I'll make a video about this in the beginning of 2021, just recapping all of my favorite 2020 books. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that collage is like the first 6 5-star books that I read this year. So reading wise, hopefully 2020 will continue to be a really good year. I don't know what that was. Anyway, the next question is worst book of the year. Again, I'll put a collage up here of the worst books that I have read so far this year. Some of these I have DNF'd. Some of these were just mad and disappointing to me. Some of them I have mentioned in recent reads videos. Some of them I haven't. The one that I DNF'd, I did not mention in a recent reads video, because I don't talk about books that I DNF'd in recent reads videos, you know? So there's that. The next question is, if you could only read 3 books for the rest of your life, what would they be? Again, like, I don't have any that I would read for the rest of my life. Aside from the Bible, obviously I would continue reading the Bible for the rest of my life, but as for the other 2 books, I don't have any, because genuinely I just get bored, you know? Anyway, the next question is, what's your favorite Blecky food? Pizza. Love pizza so much. It's just so good. Who's your favorite singer/band? I don't really listen to bands, but my favorite musical artist of all time right now is Grace Vanderwaal. I don't think that will change anytime soon, unless she does something like, unless she screws up something like in the future and it becomes like really problematic or something. I don't know. Or unless her music just takes a dive or something. I don't know. It takes a lot for me to like understand a person that I have stand for a long time, you know? So, Grace Vanderwaal. Next question is, what food would you eat for the rest of your life if you could? I don't like these questions because I don't have an answer to them. The next question is, would you rather live in a house with trampolines instead of floors, or in a treehouse with a lift? Definitely the latter. 100%, because the former is just so dangerous. And why would you choose that unless you're like 6 years old or something? I'm not 6. I'm 19. I know that I look like I'm 12, but I'm 19. Fun fact about me. This entire video is a fun facts about me video, because that's what you learn when it's a video answering questions about me. What's your all-time favorite book? Harry Potter, the Bible, the Night Circus, the Starless Sea. I like those. 6 of Crows. That's a great book. 26. What are your favorite videos to film? My favorite videos to film are 100% recent reads videos. So lovely. I just love talking about books that I've read recently and promoting them and just talking about like why I love them. It's just so lovely. 27. I think this is the 27th question. I haven't been counting. But what are your top 3 favorite films? My top 3 favorite films definitely Inception, Black Panther, and Mulan. Such great cinematography, great films, so good. Chef's kiss. I can't do a chef's kiss, but if I could, I would. Anyway, the last question is, would you rather forget how to speak or how to read? I would 100%. I'm sweating because it's so hot outside. But anyway, would you rather forget how to speak or how to read? Definitely forget how to speak. 100%. I feel like knowing how to read is a way more useful skill than learning how to speak. I just feel like it's way more like useful in the real world. Like, not only would I, if I didn't know how to read, not only would I lose my favorite hobby, but also it would just be so bad if I didn't know how to read for educational purposes. I feel like I'm doing a terrible job explaining my answer to this, but anyway, that's my answer. I would rather forget how to speak. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your answer and why to the last question. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye!